Evangelist Delaine Shannon. I'm a motivational speaker and an author, inspiring and encouraging people to live for Christ and to live a true Christian lifestyle. My passion is to share God's grace radically and to see lives gloriously transformed. So the thing I wanted to tell you is, God bless you and enjoy today's video. Hello everybody, welcoming you proudly to another Bible study session. Today we'll be going to do the Bible study on the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. And my dear friends, as you could remember, we have discussed in the Abraham's Bible study session regarding the Lord had said to Abraham to leave his country, his people and his father's household and go to the land that he will show him. And Abram left as the Lord had told him. Lot went with him. He took his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot, all the possessions that they had accumulated, all the people they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan. Now Lot was moving about with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents, but the land could not support them while they stayed together, for their possessions were so great and that they were not able to stay together. All the caroling arose between Abram's herdsmen and herdsmen of Lot. So Abram said to Lot, let's not have any caroling between you and me, between your herdsmen and mine, for we are brothers. We should always have peace in our lives, just like the Abram's family. It is important, my dear friends, for we are brothers. And Abram said, let's part company. Lot looked up and saw that the whole plain of the Jordan was well watered, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt. Abram lived in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain and pitched near Sodom. Now the men of Sodom and Gomorrah were wicked, and were sinning greatly against the Lord. So the Lord sent two angels to destroy the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, because the sin in those cities are too great, my dear friends. And my dear friends, now we will be going to read the Abraham pleads for Sodom, that is the 18th chapter of Genesis, the 16th verse. From the 16th verse, Abraham pleads for Sodom. In the 16th verse it says, when the men got up to leave, they looked down towards Sodom, and Abram walked along with men to see them on their way. Then the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do? Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation. Yes, Abraham will surely be a great and powerful nation, become a great and powerful nation, and all nations on earth will be blessed through him. For I have chosen him, so that he will direct his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just, so that the Lord will bring about to Abraham what he had promised. Then the Lord said, the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and their sin so grievous. Yes, their sin is so grievous, that I will go down and see if what they have done is as bad as the outcry that has reached me. If not, I will know. The men turned away and went towards Sodom, but Abram remained standing before the Lord. Then Abram approached him and said, will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you really sweep it away and not righteous people in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to kill the righteous with the wicked, treating the righteous and the wicked alike. Far be it from you. Will not the judge of all the earth do right? The Lord said, if I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake. Then Abram spoke up again, now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, though I am nothing but dust and ashes. Yes, we are formed by dust and ashes. We are nothing but dust and ashes. What if the number of the righteous is 5 less than 50? Will you destroy the old city because of 5 people? If I find 45 there, he said, I will not destroy it. By this you could understand, our God is a very compassionate God. Our God is a God who is filled with compassion. Our God is a very kind-hearted God. Once again he spoke to him, what if only 40 are found there? He said, for the sake of 40, I will not do it. Then he said, may the Lord not be angry, but let me speak. What if only 30 can be found there? He answered, I will not do it if I found 30 there. Abram said, now that I have been so bold to speak to the Lord, what if only 20 can be found there? He said, for the sake of 20, I will not destroy it. How compassionate is our God, my dear friends. How kind-hearted is our God. Then he said, may the Lord not be angry, but let me speak just once more. What if only 10 can be found there? He answered, for the sake of 10, I will not destroy it. When the Lord had finished speaking with Abraham, he left and Abraham returned home. Now we will be going to read the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah is the 19th chapter of Genesis. The two angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. My lords, he said, please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night, and then go on your way early in the morning. Like that, we should always treat some kind of men that are coming into our houses we should treat them well. It is important, my dear friends. No, they answered, we will spend the night in the square. But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered his house. He prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, and they ate. Before they had gone to bed, all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. They called to Lot, where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so that we can have sex with them. As you could understand how much wicked people are they, how much sinful people are they. Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind him and said, no, my friends, don't do this wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man. Let me bring them out to you, and you can do what you like with them. Don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof. Get out of our way, they replied. And they said, this fellow came here as an alien. Now he wants to play the judge. We will treat you worse than them. They kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved forward to break down the door. But the men inside reached out and pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. Then they struck the men who were at the door of the house, young and old, with blindness, and they could not find the door. As you could understand, by these things we could not play with God. It is so dangerous thing if we play with God. We cannot play with God. We should always be with complete respect, perfect humbleness. We should be in front of God. We should have great fear in the Lord. It is important, my dear friend. Blessed are the people who fear the Lord. The 2 men said to Lot, do you have anyone else here, sons-in-law, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here, because we are going to destroy this place. The outcry to the Lord against his people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law, who were pledged to marry his daughters. He said, hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city. But his sons-in-law thought he was joking. How much foolish people are they? They thought that Lot is joking. They had a greediness towards all the possessions that they had. They thought that they will lose it. With the coming of dawn, an angel urged Lot, saying, hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, and you will be swept away when the city is punished. When he hesitated, the men grasped his hand and the hands of his wife and of his 2 daughters, and led them safely out of the city, for the Lord was merciful to them. As soon as they brought them out, one of them said, flee for your lives, don't look back. And don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. But Lot said to them, no, my lords, please, your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown great kindness to me in sparing my life. But I can't flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me, and I'll die. Look, here is a town near enough to run to, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared. He said to him, very well, I will grant this request too. I will not overthrow the town you speak of, but flee there quickly. But because I cannot do anything until you reach it. By the time Lot reached Zoar, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, including all those living in the cities and also the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back. She looked back, and because of that, she became a pillar of salt. She became a pillar of salt. In the present day too, it was there. And my dear friends, you could watch the present day Sodom and Gomorrah by I will put the link in the below description of the Holy Land site YouTube channel of Pastor Todd Fink. You could see that there. I will put the link in the below description, and you could see that. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, toward all the land of the plain. And he saw dense smoke rising from the land like smoke from a furnace. So when God destroyed the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out of the catastrophe that overthrew the cities where Lot had lived. By these things you could understand we cannot play with God. We should avoid wickednesses. We should avoid sin from our lives. It is important, my dear friends. So my dear friends, thanks for watching, and God bless you. See you in the next video. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you in all the days of your life. Amen, and God bless you.